guess I'll first start with, do you feel this layoff has hurt your team, or do you feel it came at a good time, I guess, again, if there is a good time?
Well, it's hard to say, obviously we've been off for a while. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because you get used to this Thursday, Sunday schedules, and it kind of gets thrown out of whack. We definitely needed some rest, so we could always use the rest, and we had some good days in the gym. So hopefully it'll be advantageous to us. We were able to work on some things that we desperately needed to work on in the gym, get our offense moving a little bit. So I feel good about it. So hopefully we'll play that way.
If I could ask just one more quick one, Coach, I asked Coach Langle of Colgate last week if this season was kind of worth it to not only him but the team. Do you feel with everything going on, do you feel it was still worth it playing a season and going through everything that you guys have had to go through?
There's no question. I love basketball. So what you love, you sacrifice for and you fight for. So for me, this was not an issue, and to not play would have been catastrophic to myself and definitely to my team after talking to them.
Thanks, Mario.
Thanks, Coach.
Next, we're going to go to Mark Larson.
Hey, Q. Going with the standard glasses today, I see. Okay. So you guys have gone like, you play games, then you're off. Then you played a whole bunch of games, now you're off. How do you navigate that? I mean, I guess you're kind of getting used to it, but it's like either you're playing a bunch of games in a short amount of time, or you're not playing at all. And I don't know how your players are able to kind of keep their edge.
Yeah, it's like I said, it is tough. You want to get into a routine and get into a flow. I think that every game that is postponed, canceled, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely a letdown for our players because they want to play. It's let down for us as coaches because we are prepping and preparing for these games, and you got to stop and pivot and start prepping for another team. So it's tough. We're not gonna act like it's not tough. Anyone who says, "Oh no, it's okay," it's really not okay, right? But the option is, the other option is not an option. It's not playing. So we're excited to be able to play, but it's tough trying to prep, and it's tough trying to get ready to pivot and prepare with another team. The hardest part for us is we have 7 newcomers and 2 sophomores, so we have 9 underclassmen, and that's a tough part. I think that veteran teams that have a lot of seniors and juniors have a big advantage this year because they don't have to put in their whole system. They don't have to teach everything, and I think that's the hardest part for us. It's just not having the practice time to be able to insert things, and then when you do have it, you're pivoting and prepping for another team. So it's still not the same.
Kind of leads me to a quick follow-up. So how do you look at these last 3 games of the regular season? It must be kind of like, all right, hopefully now we've gone through all this and maybe we can start to put it together.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully we can get back on that Thursday, Sunday deal, right? And that makes it all the same. But again, the hard part about that is with our 7 freshmen, they don't know what Thursday feels like because they haven't done it consistently. So it's just all kind of up in the air as far as how your kids are going to react to it. All you can hope to do is just get to the games healthy, get to the games prepared and ready to compete.
Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
The next question, we're going to go to John Kikis.
Hey, Coach. Can you talk about what Tiana's accomplished this year and how much she's meant to the freshmen?
Well, I think the first thing is if anyone has 600 plus days off and to come back and lead the country and assist, that's an amazing feat. It's kind of like I don't even know what to say to that because that's an amazing feat in itself. She's just been Tiana. She's been playing hard. She's been giving it everything she has every minute she's on the court. I think that for anybody, the layoff and this inconsistency of games, as you were talking about, Mark, probably hurts Tiana more than anybody else because she needs the games and she needs the time on the court and she needs the time to practice. And we're not doing a lot of that on a consistent basis. So I think it's really affecting her comeback, to be honest. But as far as what she means to the team and to the freshmen, she's been, which has always been, very, very steady, trying to lead our team by example and play as hard as she can play.
So it's fair to say that you're impressed by what she's done.
Absolutely, it's amazing. I mean, when you think of that accomplishment in itself, it's amazing.
Thanks, Coach.
Next, we're going to go to James Corrigan.
Hey, Coach. Going on the questions about the layoffs, the last time you had a layoff, a little bit longer than this, but the last time you had a significant layoff, you came back and put together maybe two of the best performances of the season. What do you take from that 4-week layoff earlier and how you got through it? And what do you take from that and apply it to this one?
First of all, James, I hope you're right. hope you're accurate. But let's start with that. I think just it was different because the last layoff we were kind of staggering players back in. This layoff we had our entire team there, so we were able to get some things done. So it's not the same. So it's kind of hard to, if I could replicate the same thing we did, but that time I probably would have, but we couldn't. So I don't know. Is it better this time of year to be playing on your regular schedule? Probably so. But also, is it good this time of year to be getting rest? Yeah, probably so. so at the end of the day, you got to see how they come out and how they play. We're gonna prep the same way. They're gonna come out and prepare the same way, and we roll from there.
And just one quick follow-up, losing the Louisville game with what it meant as the Play for K game and as a national TV game, and especially after what happened down there earlier in the season. I know Tiana had said after that game she was looking forward to the rematch. Just how disappointed were the players and yourself in losing that game in particular?
Honestly, we didn't even discuss it. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I just told them that the game was off, and we went to practice. And we didn't really discuss it because we knew going into this year what this year could be like, and it is that. So the game kind of got pushed, and we knew that we still had some more opportunities to be able to have that big day for our community and for Tiana. So we got it replaced, and it's all we really talked about. We didn't really discuss it much, and Tiana and I didn't discuss it much at all. We discussed it for about 10 seconds. I told her, the game was canceled, and just in Tiana fashion and form, she said, "Bummer. Who do we play next?" Yeah, she was really good about it. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Since she left it alone.
Thank you, Coach.
Next question, we're going to go to Patrick Gunn.
Hey, Coach, good to talk to you again. So before the pause, Syracuse has kind of played a little more inconsistently, mainly at the starts of game and even just kind of within each quarter. So how have you tried to work with the team on trying to play a little bit more consistently throughout a full game?
Well, it's about our execution. It's really about execution, and we have to start off a game executing our offense and getting the ball in the basket so we can play defense settled. And that's been the hard part. When you're shooting a low percentage when it started the game, that means that you're not able to get your defense set and to play the way you play. It's really the only way to rectify that is to get in the gym and continue to try to be efficient with your offense, and we've done that. And just work on just answering runs, and the only way you can answer runs is to play against runs. And we've had a lot of practice of playing against runs, and a lot of times we come back and we tie it up and have a chance to win the games. And sometimes we get close. I mean, when you look at all these games, there have been many games we haven't been within, 2, 3 or 4 possessions in the fourth quarter to really get back in the game. So we got to continue and just to play a little more consistently when to start the game.
And just as a quick follow-up, obviously you just lost 2 straight games. Is there any talks about adding some more games at the end of the season or within this week to make up some ground?
Not as of yet. Obviously, when the ACC is really working through everyone's schedule. I mean, when you talk about, it's not, obviously, this it's not just us. It's everyone has some games that they need to make up. But up until this point, we haven't settled on any dates. But I know that as a conference and coaches, we all are committed to making up as many games as we can.
Thank you, Coach.
Next question, we're going to go to Mike Curtis.
Hey, Coach, good to see you again.
Good to see you, buddy.
I spoke to Amaya Finkley earlier this week. It was a really cool conversation about her art and how she's painted pictures of like Jay-Z, Tiana Taylor, even yourself. Can you take me back to when you saw that piece that she painted, and what'd you say to her? What'd you think of it? And what do you think of her art overall as she like tries to encapsulate African Americans?
Well, the crazy part about it is I remember when I first saw the picture, saw the painting, I was like, man, whoever painted this, man, they're good, man. This is cool. I didn't know it was her. Because obviously when you're going through these kids of careers and their majors, you know what they're majoring in, you know what they're doing, but a lot of times you don't see their class assignments, right? You don't see what they're working on in portfolios and things of that nature. So I remember when I was saying, man, who made this? I think I might even ask Livy, who made this picture? She said Amaya. I was like, Amaya painted this? And I called her, I was like, Amaya, this is amazing. I remember talking to her about it. I was like, how long you been doing it? She goes, forever. So it's one of those things where I was kind of caught off guard, but her artwork is top tier. I mean, it is amazing on what she can do, and obviously that is a God gifted talent. I can't draw. I draw like the little houses with the little lines and the tree and the squigglies. I mean that's my art. I draw stick people, man. So anybody that can do anything with shapes and stuff, they got me, man. It's amazing. I don't know how she does it. It's phenomenal.
Appreciate it.
Next question, we're gonna go to Roshan Fernandez.
Hey, Coach. I'm curious about, I think Emily Engstler has either the second or third most steals in the ACC. But I guess what can you say about, her defense and her defensive positioning, especially this year?
Well, Emily does a really good job of being instinctual on it, and she has great instinct. She's kind of a quick twitch athlete where the ball's in the air, she can break on the ball and make up some ground. So that's just one of those things where she's just a very quick twitch athlete. She's very instinctual, and again, that's a gift as well. A lot of people just can't do that, and she saves us a lot of possessions with her steals and her block shots and her rebounds. So it's been invaluable for us.
Yeah, and I can't remember who said, but one of the players a couple weeks back said, she's by far the best sixth player in the country. What's been the key to her big year?
I think just being able to play her minutes and to be effective and efficient in her minutes. I just really believe that when you have a player that can come into a game and they can play multiple positions. Emily can play 3 positions for us. And obviously she can sub in for one of our positions and we can slide somebody around. So it almost makes her a 4-position player. She is such a hybrid player that bringing her off the bench is a great luxury. And obviously when she comes off the bench, she brings an amazing punch to our lineup. And we get her in the game about 2 minutes into the game every game. So she gets in early and she's playing starter minutes. So but by talking about the 6th man, I mean, I don't know if it's many more better than her.
Thank you, Roshan. Next question, we're going to go to Mitchell Northam.
Sorry, thanks, Coach. I was wondering, from when you first saw her as a prospect to where she is now, where Camilla has made the most strides. How has she improved the most this season?
Well, Camilla.
Camilla, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I want to make sure I was talking about this right here. I told her the other day, I said, if someone told me you would come in to our team and lead us in scoring, rebound the ball the way you rebound the ball, shoot 60% from the field, I'd have probably taken the under. Because it's just so hard to come from high school to college and to play that pace. And our pace is fast. She plays fast. She gets from rim to rim. She's in every possession, and that's what's important for us. Her development has just been that, getting in every possession, staying out of foul trouble, and that's been the key to her success and our success when we're playing really well. So she's been amazing, and her development she's still developing. And I think once we get her in the gym consistently, she can learn our system totally. I think she's going to be amazing.
All right. Last question. We only have one raised hand left, so this will be the last question for Coach Q today. We're going to go to Tyler Rowe.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good, man.
I was just wondering real quick, going back to Tiana, what do you think her conditioning is at this point because of all the missed games? And then also, do you think she's stronger mentally this season compared to years in the past, having gone through so much last year?
Well, she definitely has to be stronger mentally just to get back on the court. So it's I don't think it's a scale for her toughness right now, right? Because what she's doing takes a lot of toughness, takes a lot of will. And also too, honestly, it takes Tiana being able to deal with some failure and not playing as well all the time. So that's tough in itself. Her conditioning is hard to say. I know that she's going as hard as she can go. We got to make her leave the gym after practice. She's doing everything she can to be her best, and as long as she's doing that, I'm good with it. So it's hard to say. I think sometimes it's game to game for her too, because she has to get herself going and get herself warmed up. I know there's a couple of games ago she just really just couldn't get loose and couldn't get herself warmed up really well when it started the game. But then when she got going, she was good. So who knows? I mean, who knows what her body's going through on a daily basis, and just to be out there is a blessing.
Thanks, Coach.
I see Kikis raised his hand again. John Kikis, we'll come back to you for a final question.
Always got to slide in there, John.
Just maybe, how important has Tiana been to Cardoso's development?
Well, she's been great and very integral in that. Anytime someone can put the ball right in your hands, you're 6'7", all you got to do is grab it and put the ball in the rim. She makes her life easy at times, and vice versa. I mean, I always tell our kids, stop using Camilla as like the big bailout. Like, you're in trouble when you throw the ball about the rim, and tell her to just go get it. She's grabbing the ball, falling out of bounds, throwing the ball across court. We can skip past threes, and she's off of bad entry passes. So it's both ways. I think this year would have been really fun to see if we'd had a full time with those guys been together on the court and been able to really learn each other's game. But she's been amazing for her, and it's just great to have them both.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, everyone.